Get the live stream going on YouTube as well. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. What's today? Happy Monday, December 29th, man. It's almost New Year's. Happy New Year's. Happy holiday, everybody. Hope you're all well. If you're here in Bullish Bears and didn't join me for Benzinga Friday, probably haven't seen you since last Wednesday. Yo, good morning, Adonis. What's going on, bro? What up, Winfields? Good morning, good morning. Smooth J Monroe, good morning. Victoria, what's up? Austin, Andrea, good morning. Hope everybody's doing well today. That like button if you're here on YouTube. We'll go through some trade analysis, see what's going on today. Something I'll first point out right away on something like the ES is look how close we are to all-time highs. Now we did hit all-time highs on things like the SPY, I believe, so let's double check on that. Now so you see we did hit all-time highs on Wednesday, then again on Friday. So again, I'm looking for that continuation. What's up, Kev? Good morning, man. What's up, Marziti? Good morning.
Morning. You
Oh,
been trading at all
screen would
yet?
help. Screen would help. There you go. I'm sorry about that, Austin. Thank you for pointing that out. What was that, Marziti?
You done any trading yet this morning?
No, we're just getting started.
Okay.
All right, so let's take a look at the ES real quick, guys. So, like I said, SPY all-time highs, S&P 500s are all-time highs. Only reason our ES futures aren't right now is because we're on the B adjust. So it's like a leg to stay bullish. We have to look at the futures market right now. We are selling off. We're below previous day low. It is only overnight session though. So let's take a look and see if we have any areas of interest, right? So 4-hour time frame. First thing I will note is we have this area of consolidation right over here. Big green candle, long upper wick. So that means at some point, this upper wick was a body. People were buying these highs, and then price not only pulled back on them, but it reversed on them. So I know that there's a lot of traders trying to possibly get out of a position at this point, or whatever the case may be, or weren't able to get filled. Either way, I see that this was an area of resistance in the past as well. So a lot really riding off the 69.80 for possible shorts. Now, if we can reverse, what we'll be doing is we'll be looking to see if we can reverse, maybe fail to reject that supply zone, break through, create some type of low volume shelf, imbalance, whatever the case may be, key level area, take that, go long. So there's really a few things could be looking for. So that'd be a long position trying to break through and above that supply zone. Or I will look for a short position off of that supply zone. Seeing that we are at all-time highs, we created a supply zone, and a lot of people might be going long just because we're at all-time highs. Good morning, everybody. El Medito, good morning. Jay, good morning. What's going on? Let's see. So 4-hour on ES, we will mark that out real quick. Supply zone. Now, something else about the supply zone is that we have the top of it is the previous day high. So if we can hold below that, right? We've already taken out previous day low. So if we could hold below, hit that zone, and reject lower, I'm looking for those sells. 2-hour, 1-hour. I'm just going through some other time frames, see if I see anything. I have this zone right here as demand 69.22. Now we will use bookmap as well. We get bookmap up. And with bookmap, it'll give us a bit more clear insight into, I hate that I have one monitor that's, unfortunately, it's not bigger. These two are the same size. The two above are like 2 inches smaller. But, it just, whenever I bring one screen to the next, just makes the whole size all messed up. Not the end of the world, but it's a little inconvenient when I'm trying to see something quick. Here we go. ES low volume zone between 53 and 56. 53 and 56. Look at that. I have 53 was a 12 a.m. midnight price from the other day that we did not retrace to. We're testing it now, but we'd be looking for overnight New York session. So what we can also do, what I like to look out for is, let's go to our ES chart actually over here on the other screen. So I have some indicators on here we can look at. Not a big fan of indicators, only if it's helping me plot key levels quicker. So like this is the ultimate reversal setup. This is an edge fall thing. And what that marks is the gap fill from yesterday. So you can see where our gap fill is right on my supply zone right now. I'm going to delete that level. Look, that blue level right there. So gap fill is at supply. That's a huge key level for me. Midnight price, yellow level right there. And also New York's low, right? So that is our ultimate reversal setup, is when we open below all of those levels and the midnight and the gap fill are close together. That's our ultimate reversal. I'll show you the stats on that. So first gap fill. We could also look at gap fill by weekday. And there's a gap down. Look at this gap down. Yo, that's massive. Gap down on Monday. 100% fill in the past 6 months on NQ. That's crazy. Take a screenshot of that. The size is pretty big on it, but I still like this stat-wise. How can I get a good screenshot? There we go, almost. That's solid, man. I'm gonna take a quick post of that. That's really, really good information. Because again, that's a gap down on Monday, past 6 months on NQ. Oh, that's NQ. What about ES? Hopefully ES similar results. Maybe 83, 71. Okay, so twice it didn't. We got to keep an eye on the Dow if that's the case. But still, 71% gap filled. Then we want to look at our ICT opening retracement. Where is that? Right here. Open below 65% retraced. By weekday, check Mondays. Bit more 50-50 on Monday. But the whole point of having multiple reports is that it gives you that higher percentage. Now, the other one was outside day. This is our New York high and New York low. So right now we're opening below them. That would be an outside day. We have an outside day on the ES, and we had a bearish outside day like we have. 67% of the time we reversed back within that range. So when we open below that range, 67% of the time in the past 6 months, we made our way back. So that's something I'd want to keep an eye on. Now that's 3 different reports giving me a possible bullish bias. If markets open up and start to sell off, I'm going to look for 69.22 and see if we could find some support down there. We found support down there Monday, December 22nd. Then on Tuesday, the 23rd, before we had a beautiful rally and continuation the next day for our Christmas rally. These are a bunch of signs to say, hey, listen, if we can sell off and find support, we might be in for a pretty nice trade back to the upside because we're a bit more bullish. Now, what I'll do too, because this is a pretty wide zone, is I'm going to mark out this pivot low over here. Because what this tells me too is this is a higher low. So right here, we have some higher lows, higher lows, higher low. Then we're making higher highs, higher highs. I know we sort of took out this mess over here. We did not have a proper demand zone there, so I sort of wasn't expecting this area to hold too long if it did hold at all. Ideally, we're looking for this spot down here, the 69.22. Let's mark out those yellow zones. Let's just see if we do have any new demand above it. Like right here, we have a little bit of a 30-minute demand. You see that right there? So I do want to keep an eye on both. I'll probably fade this one a little bit, so I'm not as not aware, but concerned with it. But let's also look at the ES on Bookmap now. Look at this, guys. All these orders starting to come in. 43, 45, 39. Well, I'm looking for 22s and lower. Okay, well, I see some at 35. Awesome, awesome, cool, cool, cool. Give me half a sec. And we'll look at gold too. Gold's also been giving us some moves. I want to see, ideally, yeah, gold's selling off like crazy right now. Because silver decided, well, we hit above $80 futures market. Let's sell off back to 72. That's crazy. 82 to 72 is a wild move. We have to think percent-wise when we think of moves like that, right? That's over a 12% move to the downside off its all-time highs in a single session. That is massive. We want to stay away from a market like silver right now. Possibly trade gold, though. let's see. So yeah, ES really looking for support to the downside. Take a look at gold. Wow, look at that. That is amazing. Nothing better than, see, gold 3% back. That's not as wild as a 11% pullback. Deleting some old levels, updating previous day high, previous day low. Now, gold looks like it created a supply zone right here, followed by a nice selling candle. So what I'd like to know is, at this point, because now, right now, I don't know about you guys if you're on social media in terms of like the market and stuff, but everybody's into silver now. Everybody's talking about it. I've been talking about it since it hit 54. It was at 82. But the move is massive, and a lot of people are going to be chasing it. When a lot of people chase something, markets love to move in that opposite direction. Could possibly see below 70 today, right? So we want to be extra careful with that. We want to stay away from something like that. It could help drive gold lower. I'm going to mark this area right here. Check this out, guys. That is a pretty solid daily demand where price consolidated at this point. It even looked like it worked as resistance a few times before we broke through it, and then we held it as support and rallied. So this is a very strong spot on gold, 43.71. Now I want to take a look at the NASDAQ, because the NASDAQ, remember that whole gap fill and ultimate reversal trade setup, that is going to be setting up on the NQ too, and we saw that that gap fill was 100% on NQ. So that's just something to keep an eye on. Create a little bit of a rundown on that. Create posts, let's get that going. So NQ, look at this, guys. NASDAQ is in that 30-minute demand that I had on ES, but it has that other, look at this. This is a gap right there, a futures market gap. Basically what that is telling me is we have that imbalance, and every time we came into it, look at this, guys. We broke into it here. We broke this low. We reversed back higher. Broke into it. Broke that recent low. We reversed back higher. I want to see if we want to have a similar reaction to that. We're going to extend this to the right. We're going to take a new trend line level, actually. We're going to draw this out to here. And this is what I'm going to be watching on NASDAQ. A possible sweep of this 25,609. 609. And a sweep back higher. So let's take a look. We'll keep an eye. This is our gap. Gap fill. And this is our midnight. Oh, you know what'd be cool? Hold up, let's see. Look, I'll make it blue. Ah, that's dope. That's New York low. And with that, let's see. Looking for a gap fill. A ultimate reversal, really. Ultimate reversal setup on, what's that? NQ today. Gap fill down. What's it? 919. We got a little time to break this down. Show you guys those reports as well again. So the outside day. So let's do it report by report. Gap fill. Standard. Gap down 64% filled. Gap down. Standard. No, which one was it though? I think it was by weekday. That was 100% for NQ. Yep, 100% for NQ on Monday. NQ gap down on Monday. 100% fill. Alright, let's see. Show you guys what I'm doing. Just checking in. Hey, what's going on? So, right now, somebody's joining through YouTube. I'm just giving a quick little rundown. We're doing our analysis on the NASDAQ, doing our analysis on ES, everything. Sort of get an idea of where we want to look to enter a trade, what trades we're looking for. When markets open, we're going to be using Bookmap to get an idea of entries and see if anything lines up with our analysis we were breaking down before. Right now what I'm doing is breaking down this ultimate reversal setup, and guys, please feel free when I'm going over stuff like this, take note, look at it, maybe add it to your trade setups. These are very great key levels and a good combination. Let's see, so gap down, 100% fill on Monday. Midnight price was also, let's see our edge fill now, midnight ICT opening retracement. This is going to be NQ. Open below. Right, we still on NQ? Yeah. 62%. Could look at by weekday. I don't know if it was as strong. Oh, 67% for by weekday. It's not too bad. What's that? ICT opening retracement. What's that? 67%. Retraced. And the other one was the outside days. We could look at outside days by weekday too. See if it makes a difference. Should be pretty solid. Ooh, look at that actually. Outside days. Oh, it only really happened, let's see. Only happened once on NQ in the past 6 months. So I wouldn't really go off of the frequency of this bi-weekday. So I'd really look for more standard. And standard, even standard is 71%. So these are the reports I'm sort of looking at to help give me and hold that bullish bias. If we just start selling off strong though, and we're using our order flow, and order flow is telling us now we're selling off, then I'm going to just continue the trend, right? We don't want to fight trends, but we've already made a very strong move to the downside overnight. I think a lot of retail is going to be trying to chase this move lower. I have support to the downside on ES. I have support to the downside on NQ. VIX is moving higher, but it's also near a key area off of this 1535. So that's another zone that I want to see if VIX could find resistance and push lower. Can ES find support and push higher? Because they go inverse from each other. Outside days, standard. Well, let's see, where was that? Alright, I'm gonna finish this up and then we're done with that. Outside days. Let's see, outside days, standard, where we at? 71% retrace. Reverse, back up. Yeah, what's going on? Gold on Bookmap, I got you. The volume dots, do you have the default settings or you change the settings? I got you, let's see. I believe I have the default settings. Let's see. Yeah, I got default settings going for Bookmap. Look at the buyers, man. Buyers stepping in on gold, and yet we're moving lower and lower. That's probably one of the main reasons I do want to try to leave it alone today. It's really going against its own trend and the volume of the market. I do again believe that is because a lot of people are now getting margin called due to how strong silver was moving. I saw, I think Signet even posted in the Discord today. Where is that? Here we go. Something about the silver and margin calls, things like that. It's wild what's going on. Yeah, absolutely, man. Happy to help. Always happy to help. Hey, that's awesome. Hey, we've got a lot of people on YouTube right now coming from old YouTube videos I posted in the past. Very happy they helped, guys. Definitely feel free to join me every day, Monday and Friday here on YouTube, and every day for our community at bullishbrs.com. Markets open in less than 5 minutes, guys. We got a little time left. Next key level on gold is going to be 4,400, right? It's a key psychological level plus a book map level as well. I wouldn't really look for any longs on gold until we start breaking some recent lower highs. So you see how we've been selling off since 44.24 was even just a pullback. So it's been lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. If we can start to break back above maybe 44.16.7 with some strength, even this 44.24.8, then we can start to look for retraces and a pushback higher for higher lows to form. Only reason I would be looking for longs on gold is because of how strong the CVD still is, even though we've been selling off. Plus, it does look like the dollar's also trying to move lower, which would help gold move back higher. Yo, good morning, Adrian. Smooth, Siva, good morning. OSU, good morning, man. MJ Trader, Terry, what's up? Mike, Kyle, K-Ken, good morning. Good morning, everybody. You're all doing well. Everybody on YouTube, appreciate you guys. Definitely smash that like button. How much does a China ban impacts gold? Which China ban? We've got a lot sort of going on. Let's see. High impact. Taiwan Aviation Authorities. Zelensky says Trump confirmed strong U.S. security guaranteed at Sunday meeting. Okay. Zelensky says ceasefire monitoring will be clarified. Yeah, and it's over. Guarantee that does not ever last lately, unfortunately. Wish it would. Let's see, any economic events today? I don't think we have any economic news this week. Guys, the last week of the year. I hope you guys all had a fantastic trading year. And if you aren't green on the year, that's okay. Because next year's a new year, you start fresh, you hit the grind, you stay consistent, and pick a strategy and stick to it. Cannot emphasize that enough. Oh, yo, they updated the economic calendar on market again. That's cool, man. Ooh, I like this. This is cool. Clean. Nice. Oh, yeah, they got the historical chart back up. Oh, my goodness. Let's go. Yo, guys, this is extra helpful. I don't know if you guys know this, but Kalshi, the betting app or whatever, you could bet on economics. You could bet on CPI, PPI, things like that. You could bet if it's going to be over or under. So when we use like a tool like market and we could see, okay, maybe it's been over a lot more than it's been under. I'm just saying you could take that to advantage, right? You're not cheating or anything. You're just sort of looking at the statistics, you're looking at the behavior of the markets, and just like trading with the probabilities. But I found that really interesting, man. Found that out this past weekend.
Good morning, everyone.
Yo, Ricardo, good morning, man.
How are you, man?
Doing good, bro. How you doing?
Good. Is that NQ you have up?
This is gold right now. We get NQ back up there. I was looking for possible reversal. Yeah, market's open in a minute. Possible reversal on ESNQ back to the upside. Because we have, this is ES now. Yeah, we'll see. See how this 15 wants to close for a possible long position. Gotta be careful. I might even look for this 15-minute as a supply zone right here, but instead of using it as supply, I might look to see if we want to break it and reclaim it, and then push higher from there. And that might be my trade setup. But let's let markets open, see what they want to do.
I'm long ES targeting 69.54 for the first profit target. We'll see.
Nice. Careful. We got 53 to 56 as a bit of a low volume area. 53 to 56 right here. Alrighty, markets are open. Now, it's a tough point. I'd want to be long for those targets to the upside. I like the selling pressure though, so I'm just gonna wait.
Well, that was a scratch. Still think we're going up, but That's one of the things, the first 5 minutes of market open, you've got a lot of market on open orders coming in, and that creates a lot of volatility.
Yep. We got that low volume between 53 and 56 is my resistance point right now. I'm not ideally looking for shorts there. I'm just keeping an eye on that spot. VIX moving higher. It's something I do want to keep an eye on. We're hitting 52.50 and rejecting.
Went for here in 6:30.
Ah!
What's that?
What's that?
What's going on, Brody? Good morning, man. Happy holidays. Happy New Year.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. Pushing into that spot on ES. I want to see if these buyers end up sort of getting absorbed up here. Positive delta so far. And rejecting, but let's be careful. Here we go, pushing through. Got some buying volume. Just be patient, man. Come on, break through it.
All right, there's that first target. Second target,
You back in?
69.60. I jumped back in. It wasn't the best of entries, but scratched again.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was gonna say be careful. And don't be jumping in too tight of a stop, man. Stop should be where your analysis is wrong. You don't want to get scratched out too much. I almost want to try a short here off of this 53 stop at 56. Because again, analysis is wrong if we break 57. But I'm going to stay patient on it.
ES just entered a fair value gap. It's also the 1, 2, 3. It's a good place for a reversal to the south.
Nice. The seller's trying real hard to hold these buyers down, but look at the buyers keep pushing through.
I was
Vic's trying to
wrong.
move
I was
lower.
wrong. Scalp off of that.
Nice. Look at this, man. They're really struggling to break through, but we're getting there. Slow and steady. Again, I'm not looking for any trades just yet. Looking for something to form. Looking for something to happen. You know, if it wants to break through with some strength, maybe we'll look at NASDAQ for a low volume area, this 703 to 92. But other than that, even 03 to 92 doesn't look that solid because we didn't get a strong move away from it. I want to see a stronger move away, then come back and try to hold that zone. So let's check 03 to 92. We'll put our trade position out there anyways, just to be prepared. Because if we do continue, we did start to hold it already. NAS moving up. ES trying to break higher too. Gold ended up moving lower. That's why I said, guys, don't be chasing those longs just because things have to line up correct. Good morning, guys. Look at that, man. NAS moving higher, ES moving higher. So look, price action's continuing up. So I would not be looking for shorts. Price action and our order flow do have to try to look like they're lining up together. Just something I like to try to keep an eye on. Might be considering NAS longs, but I'd really want to see, I don't know, man. Let's see. This spot down here, 04 to like 96. Let's do 04 to 92. And want to keep an eye on equities as well. Probably take micros on NAS.
Yeah.
We got a pretty big,
I'm looking
not
at
spread.
775.
Nice.
So I'd want it to hold the 728 area, like this area, and then 774, 775.
Nice. Boom, NAS, let's go. There we go. ES also moving up. Remember this 15-minute zone? This is what I was looking for us to break above and use as support on ES. Or if we could even break above and we have a zone below us, look at this. Now we're forming 57 to 59. So we're just being patient, letting markets come to us, not forcing anything. There we go. Beautiful. Get that buying pressure, and now we're stacking orders below us too as support. So go look for an entry somewhere at 59.50, stop loss near 56. And that's the way I'll probably be taking this trade on ES, looking to target those highs because of that ultimate reversal setup, really. Targeting the supply zone and the midnight price. So don't be chasing the highs, going long up here thinking, oh, you're not going to turn around. Because it could happen, sure. But where's your stop loss? I'm not a big fan of trading like that. It's very hard to find consistency like that. See that? You buy the highs, a quick 2-point pullback, and you're scared, you're out. We have a big volume imbalance right here. Look at this massive buyer that came in 1794. Passive, strong delta right there. So I'd be careful that guy doesn't get destroyed. We don't get wrecked on him. But I do want to find support below us. Good morning, guys. What's going on? Shorts right now. Bro, shorts are like, what? Huh?
Yeah, that was a good level, though. Like that low. That was a good level.
Yo,
I was watching it.
nice. Take a look at our equities. See what's going on. Nvidia new high a day. Microsoft was at new high a day. Apple's at new high a day. Amazon was at new high a day. Google's pretty close to new high a day. These are strong equities. Take a look at our Dow, just to keep an eye. Dow's also moving higher. Dollar trying to move lower with a weak gold as well, so I'm really just being patient. I almost want to add an alert on silver at the 70.88 point, but we'll see. I'd rather wait for ES. Look at this, guys. Here comes a bit of a pullback. Ideally, I'd rather see us close on the 5 a bit stronger first and then pull back, but we can see.
I'd like a pullback and hold of that 28 level.
Where you got 28 on a NQ?
I'd like a pullback. You don't always get one, right? But if I was gonna do one more trade, I'd like a pullback into 28 and a hold, and then another attempt up.
Got you. So guys, that's that random level, and it's not random because it's random. It's random because it's random. All right, cool. Marzetti, how's it looking, man? You in those longs still?
No.
Did you take some profit?
Well, I just took a loss, so but that's okay.
All right.
I'm looking right now. We just took out the 6:50 high, 6 a.m., 6:50 a.m. high. We're at the top of our 5-minute Bollinger Band. We're at VWAP and we're in a volume node. This volume node concerns me a little bit here because this is the intraday volume node. So this is we don't know where we're going from here.
Yeah, I don't know. I sort of like this off of this broken supply right here. 10 seconds left. I'm gonna let this 5 close. I'm gonna let you finish, but let's see.
No, just anytime you get around a volume node, an intraday volume node, you have to be mindful that you can hang out there for a while.
Yeah.
So you can expect a little chop around these volume nodes.
Yup. Come on, man. Give us that pullback. I want to get an entry long. Could start the position on this little pullback here. Stop is going to be at 57. So I'm trying to get filled if it gives me another little dip here on ES. There's one contract along. Stop is at 57. It goes right to stop. That's fine. VIX is moving lower. 57 is stop loss down here. It's at the bottom of the low volume area. Might move it to 56 to give it that extra point and put it into the higher volume area so it has more room. Because look, this was a resistance point at 60. Now I want to see as it sort of dip into the 60, 57 and hold. So I'd look to even average down, right? So if I start my position here, we dip lower and I add, then my average cost, DCA, my position is a bit of a lower point and I'm able to profit more as well on that. Right now I'm just in one contract. 61.25 long on ES. Stop loss is at 56.75. Just sort of looking for the continuation. Whoa, now. We'll see how that reacts. CVD had a bit of a drop there. VIX still moving lower. Might look to add if we hold and put my stop at that low of that 57. Because again, that average down situation, I'd rather buy the lows instead of buy the highs. But let's just be patient on that reaction. It was a pretty wild move there. I don't want to buy after a wild move to the downside in case that wild move happens again.
I'm gonna try a short here. I'm looking for 69.55 for my first target, and then 69.44 for my second.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely considering an add here on the longs. I just need to see our weighted index start to move back higher and equity start to push up. Nice. Remember, we got these statistical levels to the upside that have high probabilities of being hit. So that's why I was targeting those price targets. Same with NASDAQ, it's very close to those price targets. Oh, here we go, some weakness coming. We got a new price level forming at 54.5, so be careful. Be careful. My stop is, like I said, 56.75. 56.75. We got a minute 40 for the 5 minutes to close. I'd like to see us find some buying pressure back to the upside. Silver took a, I'm sorry, not silver. The Dow took a big hit on this last candle, and that's what's pulling ES so strong to the so back. I don't know, but can't talk right now, man. Let's see. If we start to hold this area, this would be the point that I'd try to add off this 58. Because again, stop loss is around this 56, so 2-point stop loss is a very conservative stop loss. But I don't want to be adding if we're going to just sell off on it. So I'd like to find some buying pressure to come back, give me some type of support, give me some type of confirmation, and show me that I'm not getting stopped out of my original position. And then, yes, I will look to add.
Big wick on the VIX.
What's that?
Big wick on the VIX.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give it to 56.25, 56.50, but looking pretty weak. I'd like to see these buyers come in quick now, right? A quick reaction will give me confidence. Getting a little bit of something here.
All right, what we have on the 1 minute is a bull flag. So,
Yeah, I'll add here. Stop at the low, but
I think
careful.
we're going to come down maybe 69.56-ish, and then I think we'll be looking for the break back north.
That Dow's got to move up, man, but it's refusing to. Stop is at 50, at what? 56.50. Yeah, stopped out, man. Stopped out. Let's see.
Maybe not a bull flag after all.
Now we'll see. We'll see. Still strong CVD. We got a passive buyer sitting here at this 55. Very strong. That guy doesn't break. Let's Let's see. It's trying to. 54, 55. Okay, broke it. Let's see. VIX still moving lower. Be careful on that. In a bit of a fair value area right now. But let's just wait. Let's wait. Nas moving to a spot.
Okay, my short target now adjusted to 69.47.
Nice. Possibly looking for this 57 for rejection, but I'd really just be patient at this point. VIX pretty range bound.
There's a trend line on the higher time frame that I'm watching, and it right now is at 69.47. We have respected it, so I'm waiting. I would not be surprised if we go there.
Yeah. Just wait. Just wait. I need to see the Dow. Dow made new low a day. Here comes that 57 point again. If we get back above 57, I'd have confidence in the longs again, but that's a tough point. Here we go. Hit into it. Rejected it. VIX chopping. Equity's trying to move higher. Microsoft new high a day. Apple's moving higher. Amazon's moving higher. Nvidia's back above VWAP. Google's holding up. Very tough point here. If CVD was bearish, I'd be looking for a short position off of this 57 right now, but it's not. So, I don't know, man. Ideally, I'm going to just stay patient. See if anything gives me a better setup. 15-minute, 30-minute, hourly. Not seeing anything ideal right now. Here's 57 again. Probably going to break it. Let's see. And it broke it. So it's a give or take market, right? It's very range bound. It's not giving us the most consistent of trends. Look at that. Look at that. Big sells, big sells. We reversed that big buyer. Look at that big outlier, that big buyer up here, man. 965. Pretty clean. Creating some orders to the upside. If we could hold this 52 right here, I'd consider, but we're about to break it again. Here we go. Let's see. Gold, anything. Nas is pulling back to that, what would we say, 30 area?
28, like this area here.
Yeah.
I'd want to see it hold, or else it's going to be some problems.
Come on, NASDAQ. You don't want no problems. Got some buyers sitting around.
69.47, still my target short.
Nice. Nice, Marzetti. Good flipping that. Big drop on Nvidia. Like to see Nas take a bit of a run towards that 30 level. Do we have any like 15-minute fair value gap or anything? Nah. Come on, react off of this 30, this big buyer of 32, 65 lot on NQ, but looks like 70% of it is one order, so be careful they don't pull it.
Oh, I got that one.
You're in?
Oh, I just scalped it for 5
Nice.
like I always do, but I got it, yeah.
Nice, nice.
I play my levels.
Well, here we go. Trying to hold, be careful. Nice, beautiful. Weighted index trying to hold a key level. I'd like to see Nas with one last little drop before shaking out to the upside. We'll see though. Be careful. Big buyer just came in up here. If we could take that high out again, be a higher low, higher high. Could be a bit of a continuation back towards 776. Okay, so there's that high taken out. Just be careful. There's a reaction. Let's see. Nvidia with a hit, man. Microsoft new high a day. Here we go, Naz. Big sellers, man. Here's 33. We do have a negative delta on NQ right now. We did just have some divergence on the delta right now, so be careful on that. Divergence would be bullish divergence. So I do want to see how this 32 wants to try to hold if we don't break it with a lot of strength. Now CVD just
Yeah,
made
it
a new
still hasn't
low.
hit 28, right?
What's
Still
that?
hasn't hit 28. It still hasn't hit 28.
I got 26 right now.
Yeah, I just hit it, but at the time it didn't. I was waiting for it.
Let's see, what's our VIX doing? Is VIX pushing up? VIX is pretty range bound. There we go, some weakness in equities. See if we could find some follow through then in the shorts for a scalp, seeing the bearishness in equities, but I do want to be aware of the overall bullish sentiment of the market. We have been off of all-time highs. We don't want to be so quick to jump in short, but we don't want to be so quick to be against shorts if all the signs are pointing short. You know. 'Cause if you know, you know.
Got one here.
Yeah, I know I'm thinking of this guy up short here, but I want to be so careful, man. I feel like it's like support below us, resistance above us. We're in that no trade zone. Here's that 28.30 again.
Yeah. Yeah, I want it to hold.
Yeah, it's for short, right? I know, me too.
I'm not short. I want it to hold, and then
Go long?
I think. Well, I'm just following it. Like
Yeah.
the day right now does say short, but it ended long. If that makes sense on Friday. Was it
Yeah, no,
Friday?
I got you. That's why I've been trying to keep a more bullish approach towards it. But definitely looking like sellers are ready to take control again. Just gotta see those equities sell off strong. Minute 44 left. CVD pushing lower. Market pulse trying to tick bearish. We'll see. We did reject off 30 again, though.
Yeah. Yeah, because then if it does, I only have 660 and 630. So
Yeah. Here we go. Here comes 30 again. Minute 12 left in the 5 minute here. Here's 28. See how we want to react here.
my thing is, I don't know if you have it, but 824 was avoided, and I thought it's got to at least attempt that, right? 824.
824. Yeah. Yup. Where are we at? 824. And what about it? Oh, at those highs up there?
Yeah, like it. You have to go back to 1 second. I'll give you the
Yeah.
date.
Look at that 15, man. That 15 was just waiting to reverse back bullish. Very strong push on the first 15-minute candle.
December 25th. At the open, it rose up and then like didn't come back into it. So I
Gotcha.
thought it completely avoided it, obviously over the holidays, and
Yeah.
then so now it's like, does it come back? You're on range. I saw that you had range open, right?
Nah, no. Range? No, I did not.
Oh, I thought you had range for some reason on that last.
Nah. If anything, I'd want to see these higher lows and higher lows start to hold and see if we could take out 54 here and start to head towards 75 and 82 and those levels to the upside. But sellers definitely came in with a bit of a vengeance. see, CVD, what are we doing here, man? Nvidia trying to hold back up, but not really. We had a real strong sell candle on Nvidia that last 5-minute candle. So unless equities could somehow turn around, we want to see it, right? We've been bullish, we want to see that continuation. But if we don't get it, we can't force anything. Equities arch, not really. Microsoft's weak again. Be patient here. Really just be patient here. It could go either way. 50-50. I liked the 15 for bullish, but ideally not seeing good volume come in. We did see good volume on this run right here. That's why I wanted to see if we could take out this 54 again. If we could take out 54 again up here, I'd have a lot more confidence in us heading towards 800 and then 824 as well. So it's just a matter of being patient right now. Because if we do fail, then obviously we're not going to those levels. If we're not going up, we're going down. But we'll see. Just play the levels, be patient, see how markets react. I still have targets to the upside I need to see hit. Do have some pretty low volume in general. 5 minutes really getting weak here. Not a fan that we haven't been able to find continuation on the 5 to the upside. Like, we keep failing 30. We keep failing 40. So unless we can get a bit of a short squeeze here, which it looks like shorts are just trying to take control, not going to get much of a move. But let's be patient. 2.5 left is plenty of time for it to go in either direction. Just wait. Dow's pushing lower. But Dow does not have an effect on the NASDAQ. That's tech. A lot of resistance above us, but again, at short squeeze wise, if we can push through, a lot of people have been short this little rundown here going to be stopped out. But without buying volume, we're not going to get that. Good morning, everybody. Looking for a break above 40 possible longs, but let's just wait. Weighted index trying to hold VWAP. So it's like, we have support below us, we have resistance above us. We have weakness, we have strength. It's a very push-pull market. And when that's the case, our best bet's usually to just stay patient. Look at the spread down here on NASDAQ. Looks like it's getting ready to sell off pretty strong. So be careful there. That's why we don't want to be in anything right now. We got 1:12 left. Equities are getting weak again. Even gold chopping around. Now NAS, this level down here, this new low of day, 710. Let's see. Here it comes. Remember, original trade setup from pre-market plan, guys. When we were looking at the 15-minute, the 30-minute, things like that, we were looking for this level to get swept, 608, and then a reversal. So let's just be patient. We did just find a buyer here on NQ at 710. But buyers have failed time and time again, so there's no reason to try to jump in now, right? We want to see, if anything, a break lower and a retest back short. Here we go, buyers trying to hold that. 15-minute. Only got 19 seconds left in the 15. I'd just be so patient on that, guys. What's up, Adrian? Medium impact news at 10. Home sales report. Thank you, man. Do we have that? Pending sales change. 3 seconds. Higher than expected. Much higher than expected. We'll have a bullish reaction on the dollar, which would be a bearish reaction on gold. I'd almost want to try longs off of this 15 level on NQ, looking at those passive buyers sitting there, but it's just not ideal, man. See that? It's just not ideal. Markets are not giving us that ideal setup, that ideal entry. Big volume bubble right there. So, you know, when in terms of looking for reversals, we look for volume. So if we do start to get a turnaround here off of that volume, yes, that could be a bit of a stronger confluence of a trade. Especially since we've been pretty range bound. I'm taking it, but very light size, man. 719 entry, 704 stop loss. Range bound on NASDAQ, a bit more strength on NQ than ES. That was a quick reaction, nice. I could even look to get out here for a scalp, but I do want to see this weighted index hold up with some strength. Equities move higher, Google's moving higher, and Meta's moving higher, Nvidia's trying to move higher. I'd want to see us start to hold this low down here, this 10. 10 has to hold. Here we go. Take out that high. Nice, guys. This is getting a bit more confidence. We took out 40 now. Now I want to see if we could take out 54. Take out 54. We have strength to take out 820, right? We're really going to see some moves. We got to see a reversal, right? This volume came in. We got a reversal off it. That gives me some confidence. I'm in a small position. If we do continue to break higher, I'll look for a retrace to add. If we fail, just take it as a loss. There's 39 again. Did we break 40? We didn't break 40. We broke 40 for a second. Making some higher lows here. Higher highs, higher highs. Gotta try to hold this. Getting a little weak. I'd be careful. Remember, sellers have been able to take control lately, right? So every time buyers have tried to step in, sellers said no thank you and ripped their face off. So be careful. Might be better off looking for a scalp on the longs, if anything. But let's just be patient here. I'm looking for this zone from 15 to 28 to hold now. So if anything, I will also move my stop loss up to like 08. Yeah, not the most ideal. Like we said, when sellers step in after a buyer steps in, they do take control. So just be careful here. CVD moving lower, equities getting weak, probably gonna just get out for a scratch. Just be patient, man. I did like this big volume reversal, but look at these sellers stepping right back in. And there hasn't really been a great entry for shorts either, which is also what's been keeping me away from taking a short position. But just gotta take it for what it is, right? Looking to really see if we could find a quick momentum back towards these 39.40s again. If we could take out 41, again, we'd be making some higher highs on this more intra-day, more intra-time frame. That's what I'm looking for. Struggling again. Not looking ideal. What are equities doing? Sort of chopping right now. Went very light. No reason to go heavy, especially in choppier markets like this. Yeah, a lot of sellers. I'm just going to get out there, right? Call it a paper cut. Don't want to be holding something that's showing selling pressure, right? Gold continuing lower. If anything, gold's got a bit of a cleaner trend. Just hate that CVD. Let's see. Small volume shelf 75. Dude, look at gold, man. That is insane. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This big zone was covering a session earlier this week. Over the weekend, actually. And this big 4-hour supply, I was looking for it to be the major support on a higher time frame. Now we're way below it. It's massive. That's crazy, man. Nas trying to continue lower. Again, if equities can start to sell off strong, I would love to look for a short position. If not, we've just been range bound. Sellers trying to show their presence to the downside, but keeps failing to make new low day. We haven't made a new low day on NASDAQ yet. 15-minute time frame, 30-minute time frame. We want to keep an eye on these. 30 looks nice and bearish, that's for sure. If weighted index could start to sell off, I'd look to go short. But right now, equities are pulling back. Meta with a bit of a drop there. No volume shelves here. We really haven't had that break in continuation, right? We've had chop today. Looking okay to the downside on NQ. Equity's getting a bit weak here. There we go. Nice. Yeah, I want to see if we get some scalps to the downside on NQ here, guys. Good momentum there. Good selling volume. Always stepping in. Don't sell the lows, though. Wait for a little pullback. Get in. Catch that momentum. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see. Big buyer trying to step in. If this buyer fails, we're short. Nice.
Target met, 69.47 on that trend line. Watch for chop.
Let's go, Marziti. Good job. Yeah, Naz also near a pretty strong level on book map. Yeah, look at that. Support zone on NQ too.
Next target is the 919 low on ES at 69.42-ish.
Nice, nice. Want to see that weakness on Nvidia again. Want to see those equities start to sell off, and I want to see a break on Nasdaq below 25,690. Right, big break below and a retest to add in the shorts. But if not, might be range bound. Be careful. There's a buyer. There we go. Nice. Those sellers, man, they want it. Just be careful at the support. Gold continued lower. Bro, gold has been crazy today, man. Down a whopping 3% from its all-time highs. Just for it to reverse down here. I'm just kidding. We'll see. I really haven't been seeing anything like A+, like anything lining up in my setups today, guys.
Can't find any confluence right now.
Yeah, everything's all over the place. That middle of the week, middle of the year, not middle of the year, what's it called? Between holidays and New Year's, people ain't trading, volumes lower. Big volume delta outlier down here. I do like that for possible gold reversal. Like it's doing right now. Dude, gold got a wild spread to it though. So if you do take anything gold-wise, it has to be micros. Has to be.
All right, well, I'll go over and take a look at gold.
Yeah, I like gold longs down here off that buying volume. See if we get a pull back towards like 55. That like 55 right here.
I think we're breaking on the NQ lower.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh yeah, and actually, good call, Ricardo. Just hit 670 on NQ. I don't know, man. It's a tough point, tough point. Okay, here's gold. Bro, even micros can't even trade that many contracts because of how wide the spread is on gold. What's Naz doing? Naz giving us any short setups?
Bouncing off that lower level there.
Yeah. Here we go. More sellers on gold again. I want to see how and if we react to this 47.9 on gold again. NAS continuing lower. We wanted to see NQ continue lower. Amazon selling, Amazon selling. I just don't like that NASDAQ is in a support zone. But remember, I had targets to the downside for NQ first. But we'll see. VIX trying to move higher. Weighted index moving lower. That looks good for the shorts on NQ. Might get a drop here from the 70 to 55. Excuse me, market. Nice gold trying to hold. That's cool. Is gold holding with strength? It is holding with strength. I might add up here then, but we'll see. 2 minutes left. Maybe I'll let the 5 close and I'll add on the next 5. Just because we've been so bearish. I don't want to be adding like crazy. I'd much rather be short on Q off of that weakness we've been seeing on equities, but a little bit of a pullback there. Gold also taking a bit of a pullback. Pretty choppy right now, guys. Just be patient. We're going to see if gold could come back towards this 63.8. Big buyer just stepped in. There's a bit of a spread on gold. Want to see that towards the upside, which we did just see a little bit. So can gold try to get back up there? I'm in just a couple micros, man. The spread on gold is wild right now. 15-minute, where am I looking at target? Honestly, I don't even know. Maybe first target is 64.7. Look, these levels that just came up. Gold's going to make its way higher. Might even wait for the 15-minute to close here. Look at the 15-minute reversal candle right there on gold. If it closes somewhat above this price level over here. So I really want to let this 5 close, man. That is major. That's 50 seconds, and we'll know if we're in a good long position on gold or not. 42 seconds. I like these levels forming. A lot of times we'll form those levels when we're about to run through them. Be careful. 15 minutes, 30 seconds left. Could do anything it wants for those 30 seconds. Could wick lower, could wick higher. Could pop like it's hot. It could drop like it's hot. Random, you seeing anything on Naz or just dropping like it's hot? Let's see who else we got. Marzidi still in here? Marzidi, you in anything?
Yeah, I took a look at gold. There's nothing short term to see here on this. It's way outside of bounds of everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty extended. Yeah, I don't like how that 15 closed, but I'll see if we can at least hold the target of 65. And if we blow right through it with strength, I'm going to try to hold. See if we could scale above 66. Ooh. see where we at. My stop is at 52.5. So it can do whatever it wants down here, really. NASDAQ, anything? Maybe a pullback on NASDAQ. Forget gold. Is NASDAQ giving us a short here? Off of the 700? Possibly.
ES is back on that trend line again. It's chopping around on it, so I'm not sure what it's going to do. This is the third time today it's hit it. So I don't know. We got a new volume level right above us at 6952-ish intraday node.
Yeah.
And so I think we're going to be in a chop for a minute.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Major chop. Possibly this 20 to 30 area that was support earlier for resistance. But at this point, really just not getting clean price action. Not getting like a clean area to enter. A lot of buyers fighting sellers. Sellers biting fires. Fighting buyers. Gold's gonna go hit stop. I'm out of it. I'm not gonna hold that ridiculous price action today. See, NAS, ES, anything going on over there? Got a little overbought on the weighted index. I'm sorry, on the market pulse there.
Got a possible reversal signal on the ES for a long, but waiting to see if it's going to confirm.
Yo. What are you looking for? What do you see?
Well, one of the indicators I keep up is Heikinashis, and I don't necessarily, if you look at Heikinashis, they're great for reversals.
Yeah.
Indicators, but you still have to take it in context of everything else. Just because you get a reversal candle in Heikinashi doesn't mean you take it.
Right.
Again, it's always in context. So it's giving a reversal candle in the current 5 minute. The confirm will be if it breaks above around 69.54-ish. But the downside to Heikinashis is because of the way the formula is calculated, it can be a late entry. So you just have to.
I've seen that before with Heikinashis. How like it'll look like you're trying to enter somewhere on the chart and it fills you like way above or way below.
Well, Heikinashis are not true candles. They're it's an average of the previous candle kind of information. The highs and the lows are correct, but what's going on inside the candle is not necessarily the same. And I know some people that trade exclusively off Heikinashis, but
Yeah. Come on, Nas, get back below 700. $20 seconds left in this 5 minute. Looks like it's trying to climb higher. If we do climb higher from here, we'll be looking at the 5 on the next 5 and following to look for continuation. If we fail that, guess what, guys? Range bound. Come on, get back below 700. Lame.
Now, on the actual real candle 5 minute, we had a drop base rally out of it.
Yeah.
So I could have taken that, didn't. But anyway.
Yeah, no, I know it looks good for longs now. Markets are flipping back and forth today, man. There's no doubt about it. Even gold right now is at that area that buyers absorbed sellers last time. There's a new low on gold, finally. What'd I just get an alert on? Silver Surfer.
Man, silver, golly, that's
Right.
crazy. I mean, golly, if we could have been
God,
in on that.
that's wild. That is so crazy, man. That's so crazy, dude. That is wild. That's history right there being made between silver and gold this year.
Oh, absolutely. All right, I'm gonna take a scalp short here on ES. This may fail, I don't know, but I'm targeting. Of course, I may just now get stopped out, but we'll
You going
see.
short?
Yeah, I'm just trying to scalp short just to see around targeting 69.43.
Yeah. Alright, good luck, good luck. We didn't make new low a day. Be careful. Didn't make new low a day on ES. VIX did make a new low a day, which would be bullish on ES. I gotta see. I just hate ES really hasn't given me an optimal entry. Like nothing A plus. Breaking my heart, ES. You're breaking my heart. Silver might just keep going lower. Forget it, guys. We just short silver today. Oh my god. There's no micro silver. Interesting. I know, I don't like shorting in demand, even if it's silver. Look at the buyers that just came in. That's pretty cool. The sellers that come in are insane on silver. I wouldn't look to go long on it. You go long on it and your account's gone in a button. Catch the right move though on this and you're $50 billion in profit. Still haven't made our way to those statistic levels, right? The midnight, the ICT, gap fill, stuff like that. Yes, trying to move up. Yeah, man, if silver wasn't making wild moves, I would go long on it down here off of this higher low in demand, but these moves are wild sauce. Yeah, gold, we could go over gold. Gold's a bit of a tough read right now. Everything really is on with Bookmap on metals at least for today because we've seen a lot of selling. Silver's over 10% from its all-time highs. Gold over 3, probably 4% from its all-time highs now. But the delta has been bullish. So a lot of times what we look for is we look for bearish delta to help us trade with the trend. Because it's been bullish still, I'm sort of seeing that as investors or large institutions are seeing this as a buy the dip opportunity. So I don't really want to be fading them right now. I don't want to be taking a 50-50 trade. When we have confluence, demand zones being held, volumes being held, positive CVD, those are things that are in our confluence and that we should look to take. But when we have a positive CVD but bearish price action, new low a day, but buyers are still trying. It's that more 50-50 range. We don't want to be caught up in a 50-50. We want to be more certain on our trades. That's where confluence and confidence comes in. Silver's got 5 minutes left on this 5 seconds on this 5 minute, 2 seconds, and it closed. Yeah, I mean, it low-key looks okay. I'm not taking it. That would be insane. Your risk is wild if you take silver at all today. Especially
660 finally hit.
Nice. Oh yeah, here we go. Market's trying to creep their way back higher. VIX moving lower. ESNQ possible trades. Let's see. Rather keep an eye on ES, I suppose, but we'll see. Equities. Yeah, we might just get continuation off of this. Boom. What it needed? It needed this level right here. Hindsight, right? Hindsight always 2020. 25,670. That level was there for a while, since pre-market, since market opened. 9:30, we came into it. They filled.
Okay, well, I got stopped out.
Yeah, I think we end up heading to new high a day, guys. I'd like to see continuation here. I'd like to see us create a fair value gap, something to give me some type of entry, but I'm not chasing it long. Let's go back to gold. So if you're looking at bookmap on NQ, bookmap on gold, it's all same situation, right? Where we look at the volume bubbles, we look at the passive orders in the back. These orders in the back on the heat map are the passive orders. The bubbles are the aggressive orders. Yo, silver's like, okay, I actually might reverse. Nope, don't want to do that. Look at that, man. Nice little comeback there. 240 left. Be patient. All right, let's see. Here we go. Sellers on silver again. Are we getting ready for another drop? Oh, trying to hold. Silver's insane today. That's crazy, the spread. I've never traded silver, but this is just wild to look at. Again, history being made, guys, right? We're watching history be made. Silver's insane rally. Silver's now insane drop as well. Question is, does this drop continue? Does the rally find some strength again and sustain higher? Silver was big at, it was hitting $54 all-time highs, $60 all-time highs. Now it was at $82 overnight. Now we saw a massive pullback to $70 off of 82. That's huge. Gonna pull back on Nas. I'd much rather try to be long, but this chop, man, is just awful. Don't want to be trying to force any trades either. Weighted index still moving lower. I'm sorry, the VIX still moving lower.
The slippage is crazy right now.
Yeah, it's got a big spread right now.
Oof.
Let's see. Yeah, I want to see silver give a crazy drop again on bookmap. Looks like it's trying to get ready. 10 seconds left in this. 3, 2, 1. Careful, man. Careful on any trades today. Real chop price action. Probably going to get better volume going into after the new year. Keep an eye on NASDAQ, though. Looking at this point right over here. There we go, Nas. Let's go. waiting, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, y'all stay warm, man. It is freezing up in New York. No, I shouldn't be complaining. I got some Canada people in here.
You can't talk, bro. You can't talk.
It's cold for me, bro. You guys are used to it. I want to see Naz pull back towards 31. Hmm. His silver's getting ready to give another crazy drop. That's nuts if it gets back below $70 today. After just being at 82. 70.25 next target on silver. It is going lower. Wow, guys, that's
Yeah,
insane.
even on my paper account, the spread is crazy, man.
Yeah, bro, ain't nothing stopping this market right now. Not silver, at least. Nas didn't give us our entry off 31. Silver held this 23 very, very well. Still waiting for possible NASDAQ. Yes. Just being patient, guys. Patient traders. Silver. Silver Surfer. Nas up. 15 minute, 30 minute. I'm surprised also the 30 minute had a nice rejection candle right here off the first 30 minute open. Looks like we were selling off and then it completely flipped on us. Hourly candle, same situation where it was like a basing long upper wick. Looks like we were rejecting lower, but we in fact reversed back higher. 4 hour. 4 hour looks a bit more bullish, so that's what would be keeping us long on something like NQ. Got those price targets to the upside if we hold. Silver, man, wicking around like crazy. I wouldn't touch silver if I was paid to trade silver. Somebody was like, yo, I'll pay you to trade silver even if you lose. I'll be like, I'm good. I'm good right now, thank you. Nas moving up. Yes, moving up. Oh. Weighted index pulling back. VIX new low a day. VIX new low a day. It's like I long on silver, full port the account. 4 contracts. Just kidding. It's gonna crash down. Short silver, full port. I'm just. I'd like to see silver head towards 71.36. 71.36.
ES is at VWAP.
VWAP. VWAPity bop.
I tried full porting one of my evals right now, and I blew it up.
Bro, don't do that.
I know it's like $20. I'm just trying to pass it along
Yeah,
quickly,
that's true.
but the spread is crazy, bro. Like I was in profit, and
Yeah.
then it turned around a little bit, and then boom,
Hmm.
blew it up. I've never seen the spread like this ever. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, this is pretty wild, bro. Are you talking about on Nasdaq or silver?
No, Nasdaq.
Nasdaq? The
Unless
Nasdaq thing
something's
might be
wrong
just
with
because of
mine.
what's that?
I think something's wrong with my trading view.
It could be a lack of volume, so the spread could be wider. Let me see. Where's our spread at right now?
It says it fluctuates from 0.25 to 0.50, so that's not bad. But
Yeah, that's not too bad, especially for NQ.
I
Sometimes
should
we
have
see like a whole point.
passed my EVO right now on that push up, and instead it blew up because it pulled back a little bit.
Oh shit.
I was going heavy, but I'm just saying I've done it many times before, and it never done that before.
Yeah. Getting a pullback here on equities. Really nothing major. Guys, these markets are so boring today. What's funny, I was clowning on, I see a lot of content traders. Excuse me. Content traders, we'll call them, because they're mainly just like 19-year-olds that say they're traders and make trading content. But I see a lot of them are like, oh, I can't trade the in December. I can't trade in December. Meanwhile, I had a fantastic month this December. I don't know about you guys. What else? What else? I now see what they mean more towards like towards end of the month, like between Christmas and New Year's. Yes, because again, people are still traveling. People are taking time off of work, and I'm not just saying people like, oh, retail traders. No, institutional, right? The big players, a lot of these big name, big people, they make a lot of money. They deserve time off. They're taking time off. It's cold, they go somewhere nice, whatever the case may be. So if they ain't trading, a lot of times we shouldn't be either.
ES is in a pennant on the 5 minute. So watch for, tightening range, a little bit more chop, and then we'll get a good break.
Yeah. I'd like to see Nas, man. Some type of long on NQ somewhere, but maybe what's this? 718? Let's see. Silver and gold are pretty funny, man. That's crazy. Gonna lead into some nice price action. I want to see. There's this one guy I follow, man. He's been like, silver's easy, blah 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 blah. Not that I want anybody to ever get crushed by the market. Never. I want everybody to do well in the market, 100%. But when you start gloating that markets are easy, a lot of times the markets are going to give you a little smack on the back of the head. Some conditions are better than others. Like these conditions are garbage. Yo, what's up, Mike? What's up, Eyes?
Yo, yo.
Yo, yo. Good morning, guys. Let's see. Still looking for possible NASDAQ pullback. Silver trying to hold outside demand. It's crazy. Supply zone on silver right here. Okay, here comes NASDAQ. I do want to see reaction off of like 32 to about 20. 18, we have a buyer sitting there at 18. VIX is range bound. Markets are just real chop right now, guys. We do not want to be forcing anything, jumping into anything. Silver with another turn to the downside, so
So ES has got VWAP just above it, but it's got a floor pivot S2 right here below it. We generally don't go below and hang out below S2. We've gone down it a couple times here, but we have always come back up above it. But we do have a couple trend lines below us that we've continuously hit. So there still are some definite valid targets to the south.
yeah, I'll be right there, guys. Alrighty. Alrighty, sorry about that, ladies and gents. Can NASDAQ give us our entry? I don't even want it anymore. What I can also look at is the daily time frame. Again, look at the daily. Unless we get a strong reversal to the upside, we really should be continuing lower. But let's just see how we react off of this 33 area. We see buyers stepped in over here before. It's resistance, support, 37, 33. Entering it right now. So we're at this key level right here. We didn't hit the fair value area yet. Here we go. There it is. The big drop into it. There's 30. Big sellers. Big volume. Remember, big volume comes possible reversals. So just be a little patient here. Either continuation or reversals. That's what comes from volume. So here's 24. Said that we had at 18 was a passive buyer. Could even wait for this 5 to close back green if we wanted to be a little extra patient in case we do fail lower. Anything can happen, right? So we don't want to jump along here trying to catch a falling knife. We want to sort of let it prove itself that it is starting to hold and then go long. Minute 17 left. We could even wait for the 5 minutes to close. See if it closes bullish or even bearish, but still outside of the fair value gap. Or wait till we do close outside of it. Either way, I'll just be patient. Okay, finding a little support here on NQ. And it failed. 55 seconds left. Equities are pretty weak right here too. So unless equities can also turn around, you'd want to be extra careful. 47 seconds left. Be patient. Silver chopping. I do like that NASDAQ's trying to hold this 23 area. Nah, here comes a break. Here comes that 18 point. There's 16. Again, let's see if we needed a level like that before a reversal, right? So if we get back above 26, we would go along with the stop loss at that 12 at the low we just created. But if we continue lower, just like we just did, no trade. It's important to be able to have your stop loss dictate your stop loss, your entry, and everything based off of pivots and highs and lows in your analysis, right? If my analysis is wrong, where do I get stopped out? That way I don't feel the need to sort of jump back in. Now, sometimes we will do that, right? If we want to have a tighter entry and look for a bigger risk to reward trade, and that's okay. Because a lot of times if that's the case, we look for those big risk to reward trades, right? 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1. You're able to take a paper cut first before hitting that 3 to 1, 4 to 1. So it's all about what you're comfortable with as a trader. Are you more comfortable with the larger stop loss and letting it play out, or are you more comfortable scalping and keeping a smaller stop loss so you can control your loss? But even with a bigger stop loss, you still could control your loss by how many contracts you're trading with. What's ES doing down here? ES has low volume down here. It's also got some support off 46 and 45. So I do want to see if we get any type of outlier down here on ES. If we get an outlier in some sort of volume sense, I might look for a reversal back higher. If we break lower and continue lower, I'm going to look for that low volume shelf to the upside to go short. But let's see, right now, before we were holding the lows, so we held this low, And we held this low. So do we want to start taking those out? And it looks like we do. So let's just be patient. Let's see. Here's that 45. I don't really see a delta outlier there. So just be patient. Probably if we sweep the lows is probably when we see that outlier. Now it's continuing lower. Equity's pretty bearish. All equity's very bearish right now. That almost makes me want to short NQ for a scalp. Let's see. Nvidia selling off, new low. Google moving lower at VWAP. A little bit of a wick up on equities there. Just be patient, be careful. I do like ES trying to hold this level. Where did that go? ES. Positive CVD. I almost want to try the longs here since we've been holding those lows. 230 left. Stop loss would be at that 43.75. Stop loss at 43.75. I'm in just one contract. I'm looking for this higher low to hold, just like we have been doing today on ES. If it fails, we stop out, very small loss. If it does fail, it's most likely setting up for a short position. So regardless, we're respecting our risk, we're respecting our reward, and we're respecting this trade setup and market conditions. Nice range back higher, very nice.
All right, well, I'm out. So you guys have a good one there. To be honest, I'm green, but not great. To be honest, pre-market, I had already hit my daily goal, and then I gave a bunch of it back in the chop. So while I'm still green, I'm walking away. And the lesson to be learned here, which is I violated my own rule. I hit my target, and I kept trading anyway. And that's the lesson there is to walk away. Again, I'm green, it's fine, but a little angry at myself for breaking my rule. It's just the way it goes sometimes.
Yep.
But anyway, y'all be good. See y'all tomorrow. When is Signet doing this afternoon and Tuesday, or just Tuesday afternoon? I don't know.
I don't know. That's a good question. We don't have. What's today's Monday?
Today's Monday, and last week he did Tuesday afternoon stream because he's only doing Monday, Tuesday this week.
Okay.
As far as anything, he's off Wednesday through Friday. So I don't know if he's got a 2 p.m. stream today, but he will have one tomorrow. I'm fairly certain. For those of you that are interested in learning about options and stuff like that.
Austin said Sig said just Tuesday this week.
Okay, got it. Cool. Okay, y'all be good. I'll see y'all in the morning.
Big O Marziti, have a good day. Good holding yourself accountable today, man. Great job. Gotta acknowledge where we can do better, right? Where we can fix, because we're all human, man. We're traders, but we're all human. Yeah, sellers stepping back in on ES. I really want to see these buyers take control again. But Dow trying to hold up. Nas needs to hold this zone. Nas held this zone earlier today too, so we are at some support levels. I'm gonna hold this long position. I'm in at 46.25, and stop loss is at 43.75. Nice. Here we go. Just looking to trade it back to the top of the range. If we have a strong break with continuation, we'll look for those price levels, man. We still have price targets to the upside, 69.80. It's 10:55 now, right? Markets have chopped people out all day just for it to finally trend at 11. I've heard that song and dance before. How about you guys? $343 left here. I like even the volume. Look at the volume that stepped up right here on this candle. This big volume spike on this big red candle right there. That's reversal level volume at a pivot. So I do want to see us try to continue here on ES. 15-minute has been extremely choppy, closes in 3.5 minutes. 30-minute also closes in 3.5 minutes. I'd really rather us be closer to that close at the price level we're at right now. But I'm just going to have to be patient and hold. You could look to get out here for some strength if you're concerned on the trade. I'm going to hold. It either goes to stop loss or it does go to take profit. Good risk to reward on this trade if we can find some good momentum behind it. But if it fails, then it just goes to stop loss is a good enough risk that, again, if it goes to stop loss, there's a good chance we break down lower and I'm able to find a trade setup to the downside. So I'm really just trading the range right now. There we go. Nice. And then just one contract. Could have probably went heavier. Could wait for the next 5-minute. Like, let this 5-minute close, let the 15-minute close, 30-minute close, and then look to see sort of where we're at. Like, ideally, 30-minute could close where we're at right now. 15-minute could close a little higher if it wants to. If they both close below this level, though, then I'd be a little extra careful. 2 minutes left in the 5-minute. You could check our point of control here, too. Make sure our point of control is higher. Point of control is trying to move higher, 1.47 to the upside, but I'd want to see that even higher than that. We had 3.9K before. I want to see this 1.47 get much higher. Total volume on that last candle was 19,000. Again, strong enough volume for a possible reversal, so I do want to try to hold this and see if it plays through. 1.58, 1.61. We're starting to pick up on volume. This looks good. Here we go. Love to see it, guys. Absolutely. I want to see what this big blue zone is over here. We want to delete that. Yeah, let's see. Minute left in this 5-minute. Plenty of time for it to wick back lower, right? Trap all the people chasing longs up here. So my entry being down here, I'm okay if we chop around for a little bit in this last minute. If it does go to stop, it goes to stop. That's okay. But 56 seconds left. We really shouldn't see that big of a pullback here unless we fail to move higher. I want to really see us get back higher now. We're running out of time. 30 seconds left. Sellers stepping right back in. CUD pushing negative. A lot of equities took a bit of a hit there too. I bet the Dow is weak. Dow is pretty weak. Yep. Gotta see NASDAQ really try to start to outperform, move higher here. 14 seconds left in this 15-minute and 30-minute. 5 seconds, really not looking ideal on the longs anymore. We wanted to see that 5-minute close stronger to the upside. We want to see the 30-minute also move up. It's still a good reaction to that high volume down here. So I'll be patient and look to see if we can continue back up. But if we just fail, I'll look to get out at 43.75. Or even 44. Same difference there, really. 44 will be my stop loss. So I'm looking for this low to hold. We did have the green reversal after this red reversal with volume. So usually that would be an indication to try the longs here. But I don't know. I don't like how strong the selling pressure has been. So we're not going to add to a trade like this just yet. It is 11 o'clock. We'll be wrapping up the stream shortly, guys. If you got any questions, please feel free to let me know. We could also look at the hourly time frame since it is 11. Look at that. Hourly is sort of basing, like a basing, red basing for a demand zone. So if we start to really rally, push through this white level I have marked out right here, make it orange so we keep an eye on it. I can really see buyers take control, right? So a strong clean break above here, break above VWAP, we're looking golden to that 69.80. It's 30 points away from where we are right now on ES, 30 points.
Kev, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Is there a setting where you take a position and it reverses the position that you're taking? So it's like if you go buy, it goes sell.
What is it? What is it? So if it stops you out of a buy position and switches you into a sell?
No, let's say you go into a position and you take a sell and it goes buy. Like it does an inverse on the actual trade that you took. Is there
Right.
a setting that is there a setting like that in trading view? Because I'm finding that every time I put a position on, it's going the opposite way on me.
Wait, like you're trying to buy it, but it makes you go short?
Yeah.
I never heard of that. No.
Is it no?
No, I don't think so.
Because it's acting really weird right now.
Yeah, no, that's strange. ES finding that weakness again. I'm really being patient. I want to see that buying pressure start to come up and hold these levels. If it fails, we're just out. Probably see a short position line up soon. But I am looking for it to try to hold. 15-minute was a bit more bearish. 30-minute was also a bit more bearish, but a bit indecisive, right? We're seeing upper wicks, we're seeing lower wicks. We're seeing buyers try to hold lows, we're seeing sellers try to reject highs. At some point, right, one direction's going to succeed, one direction's going to fail. Nvidia trying to move lower. I'd like to see Nvidia try to hold this 186 that it's at right now. Google was trying to move higher, it's rejecting. Nvidia rejecting, Amazon rejecting. Bad signs on longs, just be patient, be careful. Yep, there's some more selling pressure. Yeah, weighted index looks bearish, guys. Be so careful if you are long here. Looks like we're gonna fail. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to wrap the stream up there. I am still in this trade. I'll get out if it goes to stop loss, which stop loss is going to be at this 43.75 low. If we hold it, I am definitely willing to hold it for the rest of the day, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, however long it would take to go to that take profit. If we look at our daily candle today, our open price is up here. And that's right near our supply zone, that's right near our key level, our midnight price, our gap fill, those levels are all lined up there. So again, ideally, I'd really like to see us return back to the 69.80 today. But sellers are not making it easy. 9 seconds on this 5-minute looks more ideal for the shorts right now. Where are we at? What's silver and gold doing? Those ended up coming out of demand. Silver came out of demand. Gold is chilling, trying to make its way back higher with silver. Four hour. Oh no, 4 hour was not bullish. Interesting. 45, possibly 90-minute, maybe hourly, sort of. But hourly would really need to see us get above this zone right here. Alright, ladies and gents. I was gonna try to keep the stream going to see if Profit wants to start pushing in, but it's gonna be choppy, man. So I'll let it do its thing. I'll let it play in the background. I'm gonna go take care of stuff I gotta take care of, because that's the cool part about trading too, right? Set and forget, take profit, stop loss, and I'll go about do my day. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I'm sorry, tomorrow's Tuesday. I'll be live for Market in the Morning on the Market AI YouTube channel. That's going to be from 8:20 to 9. And yeah, I'll see you guys here in the live stream in the Bullish Bears community as well. All right, take care, everybody. Peace.
Take care, Kev.